Hi, welcome to Mondays with Melissa. People often ask, when do I need an elder law attorney? And there are so many times in our lives when an elder law attorney's knowledge is going to come in handy. One of those times is when you have a child. Not necessarily when the child's born, but let's talk about when there's a child who has a developmental disability. That is something that comes up all the time and something that we handle. So a young child with developmental disability, the parents have to make sure they have proper planning in place. They may want to do something like an Article 17A guardianship so that once that child turns 18, they still have guardianship over the child. They may want to set up a supplemental needs trust, a special trust that will hold any assets that child receives and will protect those assets if the child is receiving government benefits. They're going to want to look at their will and make sure any assets they leave to that child, they're leaving in a supplemental needs trust or a special needs trust. We use those terms interchangeably. They're going to want to talk to their parents, the child's grandparents, and have that same conversation if the child's grandparents may be leaving assets to their grandchildren, or if they're leaving assets to their children and saying in their will, if my child predeceases me, then their share is going to go to their child, because again, that's the grandchild. And if there's a child with a developmental disability, they will likely be receiving some sort of government benefit. Government benefits are greatly affected by how much money you have in your name. So by leaving assets in a supplemental needs trust, you're protecting the assets and you're protecting the child so that they don't lose their benefits and the assets are there to supplement their needs. This is just one really important time that you should reach out to an elder law attorney. Stay tuned, there are many more. Please put any questions in the comments too if you have them, and we'll see you next week.